stress to your whole lower extremity?
That would be nice.
Then replay this show, and then you'll come visit me. See sports podiatry. It's sure not the only one, but many, many times we'll see. Even something as simple as being fit properly. Just wrote an article and got a lot of hoopla. My friends in the shoe world, 80%, roughly, of athletic shoes are not fit properly.
That's crazy.
It is crazy. I thought it was real crazy.
Does that include pros also?
Let alone is it the best shoe for you? Well, if they're paying you a lot of money, you're going to pay for a shoe that you're sponsored with.
Right.
But the running shoe industry still is the only industry that has like a motion control shoe or a stability shoe or something like that, where if you go buy tennis, basketball, soccer, there's no such thing. So many times having your son or daughter or you being in the best shoe alignment usually makes a difference. But the foot is the first lever system of the body. And if you're pushing off the foot coming out of the batter's box, or you're looking to stride with those skates, and you've got those flat pronated feet, you're pushing off a bag of sand. So the orthotics job many times is positioning. So the foot, your big toes and major lever. That's why a turf toe injury is such a bear. It's such a hassle because the big toe, even though somebody would say, hey, what's the big deal? It's only a foot injury.
Right.
It'll ruin you.
Yeah, it took Shaq out for a season.
Yes, it did. Yes, it did. Bill Walton was one injury after another going way, way back. And even though it doesn't mean you can't become a great, great champion, but there's no doubt about it, especially the way we push these athletes. So even something like the fact that foot type is inherited most of the time. So if your parents had arthritis in their feet or ankles, your mom had bunions, your dad was flat-footed or bow-legged or et cetera, then sometimes we'll see the same similarity. And in screening, which is important, which is done with these individual players, and from A to Z, it becomes one of the ways that somehow we could try to prevent injury, which is everybody's goal, regardless of your level. You want to be able to stay in the game.
Yeah, of course. That's the ultimate goal. So,
and then if you could be 2 steps quicker, hey, man.
Yeah, then that's never a bad thing.
There you go.
That's right. Doc, before we let you go, once again to everybody out there, he's got his weekly radio show, The Sports Doctor. It's on healthylife.net. You can listen to past episodes on sportsdoctorradio.com or do it like I did. Go on iTunes, subscribe there. That way you get all the episodes from here on out. He also writes a column for the Naperville Sun and Aurora Beacon. You are a busy, busy man.
Hey, we're paying attention to it like you.
That's right.
Doc, I'm glad to add a little bit of education to your repertoire of things that you do.
Somebody's got to.
The Sports Doctor's in, so let me know. We'll come back.
Yeah, you are welcome anytime to come back. This has been a lot of fun.
Absolutely. And the fans in the chat are fans of yours, and especially your accent. Can we get a The Bears real quick before you leave?
What do you need?
The Bears.
Oh, you mean the Bears? Oh,
yeah.
The Bears? Hey, listen, man. I'm a New Yorker, but I'm also a Chicagoan. So what should I do? Everybody can email me. Let me know.
There we go.
Send him an email. Follow him on Twitter, on Facebook. He's on everything. And, of course, like I said, download the show. Get it on iTunes or however you guys listen to podcasts. It's everywhere. Doc, thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight.
My pleasure. Thank you. Good luck with your show, guys.
Thanks, you too. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.
All right, thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks again to the Doc for hanging out. I'm sorry he didn't have the
Bears ready.
The Bears going. I could hear that New York going on.
I was like, it sounds New York, but then I would hear a little Midwestern every once in a while, probably because he's been there 20 years.
Yeah,
but.
it reminded me of the voice. Reminded me of Vince Russo.
Oh yeah,
very New York
when he's talking. Yeah, exactly.
Very, very New York. So
without the bullshit though.
Right. Well, no, Vince Russo
is all bullshit.
Yeah, we know how Vince Russo is. Anyway, so before we go any further, let's get into the sports news. Let's start things off with a little basketball.
Love basketball. You love basketball. Then say yeah. Yeah. I love basketball. You love basketball.
Oh, quickly, we will run through some basketball news. Dwight Howard, the biggest badge of them all, who probably could use some orthotics.
Yes.
He had a shot in his knee. is apparently bone marrow aspirate injection.
They're just doing whatever they want now to knees, huh?
Apparently.
Hey, let's shoot this shit in there. Why not?
Hey,
Why not?
Let's get a needle in there.
Your bone's made of marrow. Let's shoot some more in there.
Yeah, let's see what we can do there.
Can't hurt, right?
Yeah, he's out indefinitely with a shot to the knee. Even his doctor, his doctor, when asked about it, said it's just a shot. It's not a surgical procedure. So his doctor called him out.
You're right.
That's awesome.
Like a big, giant fucking vagina.
Right. That's why I almost called him Derrick Rose.
Might as well be.
Not far off. Blake Griffin has a staph infection. He had some fluid drain out of his elbow. A little burp up there. A couple weeks ago.
Nasty stuff.
Yeah, that was a staph infection
You don't
right
want to
there.
fuck with that shit.
No, that draining turned into a staph infection. Now he's going to be out through at least the All-Star break while he gets that taken care of. Hey, Portland police, Damian Lillard will be taking his place.
You can close your investigation now.
Investigation closed. Now I want to know, did they have something to do with this?
Right, they injected staph infection into Blake Griffin. They're like, what's the easiest injury to get that would put someone out? Staph infection.
That's guaranteed going out.
And who do we hate most? Oh, the redheaded dude. Yeah, let's get him out of
there.
That's
racist. Anthony Davis has a sprained shoulder. He'll be out for at least a couple of games.
The eyebrow and the red hair out of the All-Star game, man.
I don't always surf the web, but when I do, eyebrows. Yeah, that's my fave. Orlando has fired their first-time head coach, Jacques Vaughn.
I don't even know why they hired him in the first place.
Well, because he was better than Stan Van Gundy, right?
Right, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, they were hoping he'd get the most wins ever in the Orlando Magic history.
Right.
Didn't happen.
That didn't happen. Speaking of lots of wins, though, the man that you always have a boner for.
Pop.
That's right. Popovich joins the 1,000 win club tonight.
Yeah, third fastest to it, too.
That's right, and only the second one to do it with one club.
That's right.
That's
behind
right.
Phil, right?
I think it was Phil. Was it Phil?
Phil, I think, got there with the Bulls. Da boss.
Definitely not the Lakers.
Da boss.
There, thank you.
Da boss.
Okay.
1,000 wins.
I'm just going to keep going. The refs union has backed CP3 in the fact that he's not sexist and he wasn't calling out that ref because she's a chick, just because she's a bad ref.
I didn't hear anything sexist in it.
No.
What, because he's making fun of the way she talked?
But he wasn't.
Said it.
Yeah.
And then he said it, too. Why, Why,
That was funny. I like the why, part. Why,
I'm sure he downplayed it just a bit.
Yeah.
Just a bit.
But they agree that it's all about him being angry at the reffing, not at her being a chick.
Plus, he's kind of dirty anyways.
CP3?
Yeah.
Why is he dirty?
Well, he's got to be at 6 feet tall. Kind of got to push guys around. But he does dirty things quite often.
Okay.
She just didn't let him get away with it.
No. Why? But he did get fined $25,000 for his outburst. George Karl, I'd say the best free agent coach in the NBA.
Hell yeah.
Finally might have a job. He might even have a job by now, but while you guys are listening to this. He's in talks with the Kings for a 4-year, $4 to $5 million per year contract. That's huge money.
They should get Kevin Johnson over there because he knows how to keep things or get things into Sacramento. Mm-hmm. Hall of Famer Kevin Johnson.
Hall of Fame mayor?
Yes.
Not Hall of Fame player.
Eventually.
No.
He almost made it this year.
Nope.
Almost.
Never will.
It was close.
Hall of Fame commish.
Oh, already.
And I'm not talking about HBK.
Half a year in.
Yeah. George Silver. Adam Silver says while he's not necessarily pro gambling, he is a realist. And he says he's open to playoff reform that instead of this goddamn conference seeding that I've hated for years.
Word.
Thank you. He's interested in having the best 16 teams take the court for the playoffs.
Goddamn right.
That's how it should be. It's how it always should have been.
So the 6 division winners and then the next 10 best teams, regardless of which division they're in or which conference they're in. Mm-hmm. Who gives a fuck? The next 10 best, and that's about it.
The NBA is good enough now where you don't need to mix up these markets and be afraid of people not watching. It's a big enough sport.
Plus, it's not like baseball where there's different rules for each conference.
Right.
Or in baseball league. So there's no need to have them separate in any way other than, divisions and travel when you set the schedule. That's one thing. But when it comes to the playoffs, it doesn't fucking matter.
Not at all. And I am all for this. He just said the top 16. He didn't say anything else than that. I would be totally okay with just the top 16. Now, I'm also, I think I lean a little more towards 8-8 from each East-West. Top 8 from each side.
But that's why he's getting rid of that.
But that's not even what it is right now. You got all the conference bullshit.
No, it's you get the 3 on each side.
They broke it down to 4
winners.
conferences or whatever. and you get like the conference winners, and then he's just like, let's get the fucking best in
Right.
there.
He's just saying doesn't matter which division they're in or conference they're in,
Right.
other than the conference or the division winners. Those guys are automatically in. Those 6.
I don't even think
are
he's saying that
automatically-
much.
He did. He said those 6
he
are
did.
in,
Okay.
but the other 10 remaining spots,
10 next best.
It's just the next 10 best.
I'm okay
teams.
with that.
It's the best thing ever.
I'm just glad someone's fucking looking at it.
That's right.
Finally.
And you know what, Ernest Cat Miller,
Yeah.
move aside.
Because Adam
Silver
Silver.
is the greatest.
I am the greatest.
Bam, 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 bam. Ow!
I was about to scream. I love that. Anyways, moving on to not so the greatest. Knicks owner James Dolan, told an upset fan to go watch the Nets. He sent Dolan an
Are
email.
you a child?
This is great. He sent Dolan an email and said, at one stage, I thought you did a wonderful thing when you acquired everything from your dad. However, since then it is all downhill. You're working with Isaiah Thomas and everything else regarding the Knicks. Bringing on Phil Jackson was a positive beginning, but lowballing Steve Kerr was a disgrace to the Knicks, disgracing Caps, by the way. The bottom line is that you merely continue to interfere with the franchise. As a Knicks fan for an excess of 60 years, I'm utterly embarrassed by your dealings with the Knicks. Sell them so their fans can at least look forward to growing in a positive direction. Obviously, money is not the only thing. Is all in caps. You have done a lot of utterly stupid in caps business things with the franchise. Please, no more in caps. Respectfully, Irving Bierman. First of all, thank you for
Great
your
name.
Even though it's not spelled B-E-E, it's B-I-E. So
Doesn't matter.
Bear.
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 I like the
that's
bear.
That's how they spell it in German, right?
Right. Yeah. So he's a German beer man. Dolan responded, why would anybody write such a hateful letter? And by the way,
There was no hate in there.
there's no hate, but pay attention to this as I read. You may think I'm a horrible reader, which is partially true. James Dolan cannot form complete
That's
sentences.
right.
He goes on, I am period, just guessing, but I'll bet with no apostrophe or capital on the I. Your life is a mess Your life is a mess, and you are a hateful mess. Can we not use mess twice?
Yeah, come on.
What have you
Overdoing
done?
it.
Yeah, what have you done that anyone would consider positive or nice? I'm betting nothing. In fact,
Writing that letter.
That's right. I'll bet you're a negative force in everyone who comes in contact with you. You most likely have made your family miserable. Alcoholic, maybe. I just celebrated my 21-year anniversary of sobriety. You should try it. Maybe it'll help you become a person that folks would like to have around.
He's calling him an addict without even knowing this
Right.
man.
In the meanwhile, start rooting for the Nets because the Knicks don't want you. Respectfully, James Dolan.
Wow.
All right.
I don't think he speaks for all the Knicks.
All the Knicks.
Knicks.
Either way.
Knicks.
Either way, he doesn't speak. Ridiculous. What an asshole.
What an asshole.
It's great,
indeed.
though. Gives us something
Get the
to
fuck
talk
out
about.
of New York.
Yeah,
Actually, no,
seriously.
stay there. I love this. I love that
Yeah,
they
stay
suck.
stay
Love
there.
it.
I don't fucking need him around here.
This is worse than when Isaiah Thomas was there.
That's right.
Worse.
That is worse. Quickly, Dean Smith, who's a former coach of the likes of James Worthy and Michael Jordan, died at the age of 83. Legendary coach.
Yeah, very legendary. You know, Bret Hart has a brother named Dean and Smith.
Oh.
WrestleMania is on my mind, man.
Apparently it is.
It
We'll get
is.
to that very shortly.
Sorry, Dean Smith. Didn't mean to interrupt you with wrestling.
Didn't mean to crap on your parade or anything. Okay, thanks. You done yet?
Okay, I'm good.
Good. What else? UConn's Gino Arma. You like that? Is the fastest to not be as good as Greg Popovich.
That's right.
Yeah, he's the fastest to 900 wins
You know what?
in college.
Doing it with a bunch of women
And doing it
that's
wow.
fucking impressive.
Wait, are you sexist? What are you, Chris Paul?
No, you know, wide hips. Like the doctor was saying.
Yes.
Wide hips, get ACL injuries a lot easier. He did it with a lot
That's
of
true.
women.
You're just getting scientific and stuff.
Periods.
Ooh.
I mean, it's just all
Whoa.
in the body.
How dare you?
And he did it to 900.
Yeah.
I bet you he's barely lost 100 games, too. I bet you in there.
Oh, yeah. He's actually done it in, I can't believe I remember this number, but 1,034 games.
Only 134 losses.
134
Fucking
losses.
amazing.
That's pretty good.
With a bunch of women.
Okay, now you're taking
To
it a little too
make
far.
it, to put an emphasis on that.
I feel like you're being sexist now.
Mandy,
Chris.
back me up on that.
How dare you be so sexist? Anyways, if you're not sexist and you need to do some shopping,
Yeah, right.
sweet transition.
Amazon's not sexist.
That's
It
right.
wants all you women and men in there.
Head on over to Amazon, but don't just go to Amazon.com because that's not going to help us out. Go to
No,
charitystrike.com, click on the Amazon banner right there on the homepage, or
At the very bottom.
right there, or Amazon.thecharitystrike.com.
Yes.
Does not cost you a cent more.
That's right.
Kicks a couple of pennies our direction. Helps keep this all for free just for you. So please do that. Baseball news, there's really not one. The Padres signed somebody for a bunch of money, which is a big shock.
Yeah, because Padres are spending money.
Right, that's the weird thing. So that means he'll be gone by
Next
All-Star
year.
break?
Yeah.
Yeah, if he even makes